What's up YouTube, Dan here and welcome to another potential team. So far I've done an Arsenal team and I've also done a Barcelona team. You can go and check them out. There'll be a link in the description to both of them and also a playlist. So today we're going to be doing Bayern Munich. They've recently appointed Pep Guardiola because their manager has actually retired. And since they won the Champions League, they're going to make some more signings and, in my opinion, probably the best team in the world. So this is the first team I've actually selected, but obviously they've got such a great bench and they'll be swapped around all season, and that's what Bayern Munich tend to do. So in goal, we're going to start off with Manuel Neuer. In my opinion, probably the best goalie in the world right now. 90 rated, I've actually upgraded him from an 87 to a 90. Not much gets past him. I think the reason why I didn't get a team this season is because the defence in front of him he didn't really have anything to do because the defence did all the work for him, and Bayern Munich barely conceded any goals all season. So the back four is going to be Philipp Lahm, Jerome Boateng, Dante and Alaba, all good together. Philipp Lahm have upgraded from an 87 to an 88. Jerome Boateng from, I think it was a 79 to an 81. Remember how he was a flop at Man City, but suddenly winning the Champions League with Bayern Munich. Then we've got Dante, suddenly burst onto the scene this season, 83 rated, I've actually upgraded him from an 81. And finally David Alaba from a 77 to an 81, probably one of the best left backs in the world right now. So we're going to move on to our midfielders. So the two CDMs we've got is a 4-2-3-1 formation. We've got first Javi Martinez and we've got Schweinsteiger. So Javi Martinez have actually upgraded him from an 83 to an 84 just because he's had such a great season. I was watching him against Barcelona in the semi-finals. Him and Schweinsteiger are just such a great CDM partnership and do so good together. Javi Martinez more for the tackling and Schweinsteiger more for the passing as well as the tackling as well. He's good in every element as well. So our centre forward is going to be Mario Götze. He's going to be moving there in the summer because there was a lot of people saying from Borussia Dortmund fans obviously saying that he's going to be a traitor, but I think that was a good move for his career. He's going to be on a lot of wage and he's got a lot of expectations to live up to, so that's probably their biggest signing so far this summer. But they've still, as you can see on the bench, you can see some of the ratings, you could see that Bayern Munich are going to make some more signings in the summer. So we've got 4-2-3-1, which obviously means there's going to be two cams, but I know Ribery and Robben are both the right mids and left midfielders. I think on 4-2-3-1 on FIFA 14 it should be a left mid and right mid because that is what it is in real life. So Robben first, he didn't have the best of seasons compared to maybe the 2010-2011 season when, remember that goal against Man United to send them into the semi-final, but he still had a good season, maybe not as good as previous seasons, but still a great season for him. And Ribery won the contenders for probably player of the season and probably their best player all season. Just such a great season for him. Obviously really skillful, got a good free kick and good long shots and that kind of thing, and think how good he will be on to FIFA 14. So now surprise player in the team is going to be Mario Mandzukic. So it looks like, or people thought that Bayern Munich would maybe buy a new striker. Obviously he's not really, you could say that he's not really as well known as some of the players in this team, but he's done so well this season. And again, like Dante, Javi Martinez and Alaba, just suddenly blown up and done so well for Bayern Munich, and he does score goals, which is what a striker should do. So the team is rated 86 and the chemistry is 95. In the comment section below, leave your starting 11 for Bayern Munich and what ratings you think they should have. So moving on to our substitutes now, we've got Batstube, as you can see there, just going to go on to him. So we're going to go on to the bio. As you can see, I've actually put him as an 83, but as I said, he'll be playing a lot this season, or this next season coming up, because they do rotate the team a lot, unlike Chelsea, Man City, that kind of team, and that's why they got such a good relationship. All the players get on with each other and there's no fights really. So Batstuber, I've actually just put him the same, 83 rated, and our next player is going to be Luis Gustavo. I think he should be a rare player in the next game. Such a really overused player, OP as well, 81 rated, and I've actually kept him as the same. Our next player is going to be Thiago, and obviously Pep Guardiola thinks he's going to be the next big thing in terms of centre midfielders, and that's the reason why I brought him to Bayern Munich, because obviously he was one of the scouted players whilst Pep Guardiola was at Barcelona. He's got some good stats, and I've actually kept him at a 79. So our next player is going to be Kirchhoff. I've heard that he's actually played as a CDM, so he'll be a nice player. He'll be worth quite a lot. I think it's likely that he's actually joined already. He actually moved, and I think it was January transfer window, so he just stayed at the team until the end of the season. I think he's currently at Bayer Leverkusen. I think it's Mainz actually, just as I said that. But he's got good pace, central rated by Munich, and what a great player he'll be. Probably be worth around 20k when FIFA first comes out. Our next player is going to be Toni Kroos. He does play a lot, and the reason why I don't think he'll play as much next season because obviously they have Thomas Müller, and they also have Mario Götze. So I don't think he'll play as much as this season, but still got some great stats, and it's likely that he might leave in the next season or two because his pace just lets him down a bit on FIFA. If he had maybe say 75 pace even, he'd be worth so much more and be so much more used on FIFA. So I think his pace lets him down, but still a great player in real life. So our next player is going to be Thomas Müller. I've actually upgraded him from an 84 to an 85. Another great season for him. He's got 84 pace, 79 shot, 78 passing, 80 dribbling. And tell me what you think his rating will be in the next game, as well as all the other substitutes I've selected. And finally, we're going to move on to the players that are rumoured to be going to Barcelona, or not Barcelona, what am I on about? Bayern Munich in the summer. So we've got Luis Suarez. It's highly unlikely that he will go, but these are just players that have been rumoured. I don't think that many of these players will go. Maybe 2 out of the players have actually selected, but Luis Suarez have actually upgraded from an 86 to an 88. I think you can guys agree with me on that. He's had a great season, probably one of the best attackers in the league right now in terms of the BPL. And I think in the end he'll go to Real Madrid. And tell me if you want to see Real Madrid as my next potential team. So our next player is going to be Wayne Rooney. I've actually downgraded him from an 89 to an 86. I don't think he's as good as he was, and he's just got a lack of pace now. He's not as strong as he was, and his finishing isn't as good. He's a bit too defensive, you could say. Does get back too much, and he plays now as a centre midfielder. So we're going to move on to our last couple of players. So we've got Robert Lewandowski. Borussia Dortmund have already said that he won't be leaving this summer, but definitely probably next summer he'll be going to Bayern Munich, because it's pretty traditional that all the good players from Dortmund and Leverkusen and some of the top teams like that normally go to Bayern Munich. So it's likely that he'll go to Bayern Munich, as well as Royce, but I haven't actually included Royce in this whole thing. So our next player is going to be Gareth Bale. I don't think he'll leave, but I've actually upgraded him to an 89. It's probably likely that he'll go to either Man United, Real Madrid, maybe even Bayern Munich or something like that in the future. So our next player is going to be Laurent Koscielny. Again, you wouldn't probably expect that, but he's had a great season for Arsenal. And if you actually watch him closely, he's actually a really good defender. And he's one of the reasons why Arsenal don't concede as many as they should in terms of the rest of the defence. Really pacey as well. I've actually upgraded him to an 82 because I like how he plays as well. He's quite attacking. And he did score that last goal for Arsenal to make them go into top 4. So our final player is going to be Mika Richards. As you can see, he's English and he's kind of not done too much in the last couple of seasons. When he first played for Man City, everyone thought that he was going to be the next big thing in terms of right backs, in terms of Gary Neville and that kind of thing, but hasn't really done too much. So could this be a chance for him to become a better player, or to play a bit more? Because at Man City at the moment, he's just bench warming at the moment. So if you have enjoyed this third one I've done, I think I've done Barcelona and Arsenal, so this is going to be my third one. Tell me in the comment section below which one or which team you want me to do next, whether that be Juventus, Chelsea, Man United, that kind of team, a top team preferably. And yeah, tell me if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next potential team.